Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to the 6 News Roundup. So round up all the Rainbow Six news over the last week or so. So of course we got the reveal for Aruni and the season Neon Dawn, and it's been on the test server for almost a week now. And we've seen many changes, but we've also seen quite a few interesting bugs as usual. So the first one I actually want to bring up because I think some of these things are really cool when they happen, and it's this bug on Chalet where one of the doors has actually been replaced with a metal barricade. And it looks like it's been pretty deliberate because it actually has at the top kind of a metal shutter type kind of texture to it and 3D model. So it's obviously made to be fitted into a door place. And this is actually a bug. This is not supposed to be here. But it was surprising. I put this on Twitter and there was a lot of people who actually really liked the idea of this door being blocked. So kind of curious if maybe they were playing around with balancing on this map and they were kind of testing this. And this is just something that made it through to the test server build. But either way, very interesting. We also had another change. This was changed from the preview build that content creators were allowed to play on before the reveal, and then the actual test server build had a different HUD element for actually going outside. In the preview build, it was this massive thing right in the middle of your screen. Now it's a tiny little thing right at the bottom of your HUD. It looks really good and I love it. Really nice. And on the test server, we got to see the seasonal uniform. This is the one that you can buy for any operator, and it comes in this camel color. And we've also checked out the ranked charms as well, which look like this. I think they kind of missed a potential here of making them into little lightsabers or something, little glow sticks, because of course Neon Dawn being very laser based. But I do like the complexity of these, and I'm assuming they probably kind of tie into, because this is the Thailand season, I assume that it's something Thailand based that they are kind of basing this on from the looks of it. But I'm not entirely sure. It could certainly be a flower or something like that, but it's super intricate. Then we had the seasonal skin, which we haven't seen yet. It's not on the test server. We might not see this until the version actually goes live, but we have seen it in the patch notes, and it looks like this. Usually in the patch notes, they look very different. So, yeah, kind of curious to see this in-game, and hopefully it will be nice. I do like the black and gold aesthetic, so yeah, it could be a nice one. Although, of course, it comes down to personal taste. Then we have something I'm curious about, and that is yellow ping sound. So this was, if you remember, this was on a test server, and it seemed like a relatively good idea. It didn't seem too much of an issue, and there was no word after that because the test server ended, the patch came out, and there was no yellow ping sound. There's also no yellow ping sound in the test server for the new season, so I don't know if that means potentially they've ditched the idea. Maybe they decided this isn't the way they want to go, and they've, backtracked on it. But like I say, no official word on it. So yellow ping sound is just gone, and presumably it ain't going to show up maybe till next season if it's still a thing. Now, jumping back to that preview build content creators were allowed to play, there's been a lot of changes since that for Aruni, where she's actually been nerfed pretty significantly. So Aruni did 40 damage with the lasers back in the preview build. Now she does 30 in the actual test server, so that's quite a reduction there. That's not the only thing though. So you were able to, in the preview build, actually pull down a disabled laser gate and replace it to make it be quicker, because of course the cooldown is 30 seconds. So it was actually quite handy to pull it down and put it back up, and there was a lot of risk because you had to stand in the doorway. So it is a bit of a pay that was taken out as well, but certainly they are hitting her with some significant nerfs, probably because she does work with a lot of operators, and potentially, I don't think she's powerful by herself. I think she's actually really weak by herself, but if you team her up, she could get really strong. Then we've got user Operation Health on Reddit. He actually did a little compilation picture. This is just a small amount of it, where he showed that the HUD elements have all been updated for 4K support. So they're now really sharp. And even playing at 1080p for me, they look really, really good. So this is a great upgrade. And the reason this is actually happening is because the consoles are going to be getting a patch in the near future, at some point anyway, for 4K 120 FPS on the next gen consoles. That should be coming maybe with the launch of Neon Dawn, but we'll have to wait and see. And it's great to see we're going to have a very crisp HUD with that 4K resolution. Talking about HUD elements, we've had a lot of updates to the little icons for kill feed. And there's all kinds of stuff in here, which is really cool. But one of the main ones I noticed was the little knife for Sam Fisher has been updated to be his custom one, and that is awesome. So you melee someone, you actually get that, which is great. And like I say, there's a lot of these in here for different operators now, which is brilliant. And not only that, there is actually changes to like Zophia's HUD for her gadget, which is way nicer too. And I also put out a full Mythbusters on Jaeger and with Mai because they are getting so dramatically changed with this new season that they almost work very differently now, and placement and everything is going to change entirely for these guys. So I've got a whole Mythbusters breaking down the list of changes these guys are getting. Then on the cosmetic side, we have two things. So one is in-game cosmetics and one is real life. So the real life one is new chibis. This is Maverick, Zofia, Legion, and Mira. I think Maverick looks amazing, although Mira might actually be up there too. And oh yeah, they look really, really freaking cool. And we also got a new cosmetic bundle, which makes Ying into a firefighter. This is really cool. In the promotional artwork, the actual headgear doesn't have a mirror finished visor. It actually just looks kind of blue transparent, and it really doesn't. It doesn't look as good as this, unfortunately. But that's it, guys. Pretty much everything. Of course, there was like a SWAT event at the Ubisoft Montreal offices, but I think we'll skip over that because it's not direct Siege news. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.